Welcome back to Gray Squadron Gaming, where it's Mando week. Mando's drop tomorrow. So we thought we'd go through our last thing we have, which is talking all about the customizable Mandos. And I had to start it with my favorite Mandalorian from these battle forces. That's going to be the new Sabine.
That was some smooth putting your hat on under a helmet action, buddy.
Did you like
Good
that?
job. Oh,
Good.
E for effort, my friend.
I'll take it. I'll always take the E for effort. But we wanted to come on real quick before they release tomorrow and talk a couple things. What we're going to be talking about in this video, we're going to talk about the customizables because we dropped our last video, which if you haven't watched that, we touch everything else Mandalorian in that one. They dropped or it leaked, I should say, all the build your own Mandalorian stuff the day we released the Mandalorian. So let's talk. We're going to talk about
Yep.
the build your own, customizable, some options within what we think they're going to do well, etc. We're also going to go back through the customizable battle force, explain how they can fit into that really nicely. And then we'll talk about some lists for each of the clans, clan soup, and kind of think what we think it's going to be seen a lot of in the space. With that, I think we just jump in. What about you?
Let's do it.
Let's do it indeed. Okay. Let me share this lovely screen here for you guys. Boom. See it okay in there, Mr. Donald?
Oh, I'm seeing it.
Okay, seeing it. He's got this. Okay. So what we got here is we got the Mandalorian leader. He's going to start at 90 points. Not too bad at all. You have to add all your stuff, of course. He comes
Hmm.
with Jump 2, Impervious, Retinue Mandalorian Warriors. I really like that a lot, by the way.
That is very
Um,
nice.
he's got you to equip his weapon and his doctrine. So I think the first thing we do is we look at the doctrine options. There's some good ones. So there's the Battle
They,
Master.
they really did go above and beyond for these
Oh,
guys,
I
for
feel like they're
sure.
really good. So the Battle of Math, only 8 points. You get Death from Above, and each time this game you would use one of the X's or the consumable items like flamethrower, whipcord, jetpack rockets. Instead, you just tap it, so you could use it again in a potential round. That's what this one does. It's a fun one. Deadeye. This unit gains target one and sharpshooter one, so that's more I just want to kill things, right? And then what I think is going to be the best one, which it looks like tabletop agrees with their fire is this one. This is increases its courage by one. This unit gains direct mercenary trooper and inspire one. So this is if you're building that leader version. So those are your options for doctrines for the leader. Weapon wise, you've got dual armament, which this one feels a lot like the double bladed lightsaber to me. You get charge and gunslinger, but you get 6 dice, high velocity, pierce one attack.
That's
Very
super good.
solid.
And it's three black, three white, surging to hit.
Yep, surging to hit, and you got that high velocity pierce one. Nice. And then a little bit cheaper, we have our 5 costs EE3 carbine rifle. This is 1 to 3, one red, three black, overwhelm. It's not a bad range gun.
Yeah.
Four dice.
Gives you that range three option now.
Yep. And if you want the cheapest option, that's the free option. This is just 4 black, no ability. Still not bad at all, but it's completely free. It just so if you put this on him with the cheapest doctrine only, you're looking at 95 points only, right?
Pretty cheap for a solid surging defense leader.
Yep. And then we have the sniper, which is just a rainbow high velocity Pierce one.
Sharpshooter one,
Probably
though. It adds sharpshooter
that's
one.
that sharpshooter one. It's probably my least favorite of the bunch, though, if I'm being honest. Just Fiber Sword's probably the one I think is going to be my favorite. This one or dual armament. This one's really cool. So you get charge and duelist. While defending against melee attacks during the modify step, you may flip any number of active shields you have to their inactive side to cancel a hit or crit. So you can use it in melee, which is really cool.
And the shield, it has that free recover after you don't use it for a turn. So you could get that back pretty easily without even using a recover action.
Yep.
So that's pretty cool. A
Three
fun thing I
white.
just I just realized though, you can put on the Deadeye and get sharpshooter one, and then use the rifle and get sharpshooter two for range four shots.
Yeah,
That's
with
pretty
the
darn good.
target sharpshooter too. Yeah, you feel Boba Fett with the sniper rifle essentially.
Yeah, that feels pretty good.
But this dice pool is the descending pyramid, if you will. It's 3 white, 2 black, 1 red, pierce one. So, but with the duelist, you're now pierce two if you have an aim,
Hmm.
which is really nice. So I thought that was a pretty cool way. It's a good way to be able to pierce impervious units that way as well.
Yeah,
And
that
then of
new
course,
impervious makes these new pierces feel weird.
yeah, it does, it does. And if you guys missed the last one, of course, he has access to all the other things. So you've got the flame projector, which he can equip. These are limit two per an army. You've got the personal combat shield, which is for the commanders or the operatives. This is the shield one. You've got the
Hmm.
whipcord launcher, also limited to two. You've got the what is it, the jetpack rocket
Jetpack
as
rocket.
well,
Yep.
which is great because now instead of having each person have to shoot one before, it's just 4 blacks, anti-material four,
Impact
impact
four.
four.
Yeah.
So
So
it's
if you
really
shoot an
nice.
army, you get four reds, impact four. That's not bad. Surging to
Yep.
hit.
So it's pretty good. And the fact that even if you put this on your, I don't know, let's say your Mandalorian warriors and you're only down to one guy, he can still throw four black or four impact four, which is really nice. But yeah, so that's the leaders. We have to look at the command cards as well for him. The Mandalorian leader adds honor and strength. This is a 3 pip. This round, while the nominated commander is not suppressed or panicked, other allied trooper units within two of it may upgrade two of their attack dice when attacking. While the nominated commander is not suppressed or panicked, enemy units within one downgrade one of their attack dice. So that's a really nice swing both ways.
Yeah, that is really cool.
Yeah, and I like the art on it a lot too.
Especially because I feel like the Mandalorians are going to be all in the fight together.
Yep, they're
And
gonna be
then you can
swarming.
add this to any of the extra, Mandalorians for more Mandalorian abilities, like with Clan Ren and Clan Grease and Clan Saxon getting all the extra tokens. That's fun stuff.
It's a great segue because the last thing I was to say is you then have to pick which clan they're going to join with their abilities. You got, if you want to, obviously, if you're putting them in there, you can put them in the Children of the Watch. They would get this is the way aim or dodge. Children of the Watch, not that one, excuse me. Clan Kreese would get the Mandalorian strong together. Saxon gets them victory or death, and Ren gets them we fight for our family. So they can instantly get that affiliation. So it keeps that Battle Force rules. Now, if you're building it for the generic Battle Force, you obviously wouldn't equip any of these, so that way you stay with your current just Mandalorian, not an actual
Hmm.
clan. Then the other one you get in this pack is the Hunter. I do want to preface with saying we haven't seen the minis yet, and Will and all of them made a big deal about this one is the most options of any of the customizables. It's the biggest box, so I'm really curious to see what the customizables look like.
Well, I mean,
We've only seen,
we know we have like 5 weapon options at least,
yeah,
so there's going to be lots of hands.
we've seen only two poses in the cases, one for the leader, one for the hunter. This is our hunter. Oh, the one thing we didn't talk about the leader real quick. He is 5, 2 courage, surges both ways, speed 3, red defense dice. And then he has his innate guns, which we didn't talk about. So even without those upgrades, he's throwing 2 white, 2 black, pierce 1 for melee. And for range, it's 2 red, 2 white. So it's not a bad naked profile either. Now the hunter is
And
going to look very similar. He's also the same 2 white, 2 black, pierce 1, and 2 red, 2 white, range 2. He's going to be a mercenary in any of these armies. You can bring him in any of the factions, which is really cool.
that
Jump
is
2
really cool.
impervious. You'll notice he does not surge to block, but he still has the 5-2 surge to hit 3. But he has a way to get surge to block, which we'll talk about here in a second. His doctrines are, well, 2 are the same. Well, so Battle Master again, and the Deadeye. But instead
Mhm.
of the leader, he gains guild member, which is really cool. I think will be Don's favorite overall. He gains bounties. Now, any faction gets a bounty hunter, and the fun thing, it's customizable, so you guys get to go hobby crazy and make some really fun bounty hunters with this. But
And
why don't you read this one, Don?
and he's got a spicier bounty because when this unit attacks a unit that has one or more bounty tokens during the form attack pool step, this unit gains an aim. And then when this unit defends against an attack made by a unit that has one or more bounty tokens during the form attack pool step, this unit gains a dodge.
Yeah, so he's really dedicated to that bounty.
He wants to get that bounty. It feels almost like IG-88, with its
A little bit.
focused on the kill kind of stuff.
It does. And then he's gonna have the same exact weapons. There's nothing different
Yep.
there. So he's got the dual one, the carbine, the little cheaper carbine, the sniper, and the vibro sword. Nothing different there. You'll still equip any of these if you want him to have an ability. You have your jetpack rocket still, you have your whipcord, you have your flamethrower, your shield, but one thing you have that's different is you have full Beskar armor. So if you want to give him that surge to block, it's 10 points. And he's 75. So if you just put this on him right
Yeah.
away, he's only 85, still not bad at all. You put a
I mean, I
doctrine on
think the
him.
cheapest doctrine is 90.
Yeah, so
Makes him 90, but
you'll have 8 on him with if you're gonna do the bounty hunter method, you'll have 8. So
yeah.
you'll make a 93 with the free gun is a very cheap one, or you can give him a better weapon and he's still sub 100, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah, I
And
feel
you
like he's not going to have a super hard time getting a bounty.
No, and you can also load them up. Like you can put the whipcord to make the bounties get stuck. You can put the flamethrower or the rockets to hit from afar. If you build the sword one and your bounty's running away, you can shoot your rockets at him, right? So there's different combinations you can do with this. But these are looking cool. He has a command card as well. It's called No Escape. It's a 1 pip. This one, Don, why don't you read this one?
So it's one Mandalorian hunter. When a unit issued an order with this card attacks this round, the defending unit may not spend any aim or any dodge or surge tokens during that attack. Additionally, while a unit that is issued an order with this card is engaged with an enemy unit this round, the enemy unit cannot spend aim tokens, dodge tokens, or surge tokens. So it's got that Maul feel.
A little bit.
It can still spend standbys, but
Yep.
no other green tokens. So that's pretty cool.
That's it's pretty solid. So that's the customizables are coming out. Once again, we have not seen what the models look like. So by the time this posts, you guys probably would have probably leak because that seems to be how it goes.
Yeah, we'll post it, and we'll post it Thursday, and the day after that, it'll just be all leaked again. But
Okay, so what's cool about them is I already explained you can give them any affiliation to fit them in any one of these. So if you want to build to get these abilities from Children of the Watch or Kreese or Ren or Saxon, you can put them in there, give them the tag, they'll get that affiliation, they fit right in, right? So now you have more options for those clans. You can use them
mhm.
in Mando Soup and give them any ability you want with to fit with those soup people. And when I say soup, I mean I'm going to have Bo-Katan leading clan, mostly Clan Ren. So that way they get Mandalorians strong together from the Darksaber, but they still have their family ability, and you can give the leader the family ability as well. So now you're going to get two abilities, and you can have fun with it, right? Which we'll talk
Man,
about.
the combos are just so juicy with just bow with the dark saber is gonna fit in so many different ways.
It's
It's
in
gonna be so
everything.
much fun. Yeah.
Yeah. And but if you build just the Mandalorian side, so no affiliation, so you can't bring anybody with any of these, no Bo, no Sabine, no Din, right? None of them. But if you want to build with just the generic, the two we just talked about, the customizable, and the warriors, initiates, warrior fire support, those only, you have these options. Right? So I'll let Don read the top two. I'll read the bottom two. So what do you got, Don?
Yeah, so starting out, you choose two of the following. You can choose veterans. So each time a Mandalorian warrior unit equips the Galara 15 carbine upgrade, reduce the cost of that upgrade by 5 points, essentially making it free.
Yep.
Additionally, during setup, you may choose two allied Mandalorian units. Each of those units gains Dauntless.
Also really
So
good.
they will just be able to keep on keeping on.
I
And
like
then
the free 5 point upgrade now because now you made that range three gun free. So there's no downside to take it because
yeah, it
before,
really helps because now your warriors are going to have the range three free,
yep,
and your vet or your fire team will also have range three. So
you
it
wouldn't
really
have to worry about
increases
long
your
shot.
your threat bubble for that
Yeah.
for sure. And then you get tools of the trade. You may include one additional copy of each of the flame projector, jetpack rockets, and whipcord launcher. Upgrade cards in your army. These additional copies do not cost points and may be equipped by any allied Mandalorian trooper unit, ignoring restrictions. For each unit may still only ever be equipped with one copy of the upgrade.
That's nice. You can go past those two dots. You can get up to three with these, and you can
Right,
ignore the rank requirement.
and the third ones are free.
Yep. Yeah, which is even better, right? Because they're not
Yeah.
the cheapest upgrade. So that's a really cool one. I think that's going to be a popular
Mhm.
one. Then you have the next one is a rapid deployment. During setup, you may set aside up to two allied Mandalorian units that are not holding asset objective tokens, marking the set aside units with advantage tokens. The first time the set aside unit would activate this game, you may deploy them by putting the unit leader onto the battlefield, not within two of any enemy units. If able, then put the rest of the unit in cohesion. If you do, the unit's tree is activated. So essentially, it's old school infiltrate if you guys played before 2.6, but you can put them anywhere, not within
Mhm.
two of an enemy trooper, but they come out activated. But now they're where they want to be. So you can put, you're like right next to the objective and there's a nice line of sight blocking. You just put them right here. So next round they just pop up and say, hello, friend, right? I think it's going to
Yeah,
have a
that's
lot of,
that's
it's going
pretty
to be hard
solid.
to plan against it, right? Because they can have some good stuff there. I
Hmm.
think the balance in this one is there is no Clan Crease veterans if you run the generic force, right? You can't bring
Yeah.
them, for example.
You
So you
get
want
no
to have
special
those.
forces in this
No.
variant of the battle force. It's all going to be warriors and initiates, and then the leader and the
And the next one, which
um.
I think will be one of the most popular ones chosen, is the guns for hire. So you may include an AA5 speeder, a TX225 Gav occupier, or the new WL05 speeder tank in your army. This unit changes its affiliation to Mandalorian, and then it gains coordinate Mandalorian warriors and independent Surge One. I feel like
That's
that's
that's really fun.
it's going to be really cool. Just I've already seen people modding, and you guys just come up with cool things like Gav tanks with Mandalorians out the back shooting, and like just like making it that Mando theme already, which is going to be really fun. I
Yeah,
can't
and
wait to see the Mando
and the
themed
and the
armies.
pirate tank is already so much fun.
It
So
is.
I think a pirate tank in the Mandalorian force is gonna be a hoot.
Yeah, I mean, getting to be able to coordinate them and getting independent surge, so you're always going to have that one surge you can use for either way, which is really nice.
Yeah.
And then I'll let you do the last one, Fleets of Valor.
Last thing, feats of valor. This one's an interesting one. It's going to be a little tough to get, but when an allied unit in this army defeats an enemy unit, after the effect is resolved, the allied unit gains one valor token. While a unit has one or more valor tokens, it has Dauntless. While it has two or more valor tokens, at the start of each of its activations, it gains an aim, dodge, or surge token. And while it has three or more valor tokens, it has Exemplar. These bonuses are cumulative. So it
This one's
just
interesting.
yeah, each time you kill something, it makes that unit a little bit stronger. But depending on what you're going against, it's going to be hard for one single unit to stack three kills to get that full exemplar. But if you can do it, especially on something like your commander or your operative running around just killing everything, it could be really strong to have free aim or free tokens at the beginning of the activation with exemplar, just running around doing crazy stuff at the end of the game. It'd be a lot of fun, I think.
I think my biggest issue with this is exactly what you're describing is by the time you get to Exemplar, you're probably close to the end of the game. And you want
Yeah,
Exemplar early to be able to share tokens to keep things alive. So I don't say this is a bad one. I just think this will be the least taken of the five. I think this will be the one you see
yeah.
taken the
I
least.
think I think Guns for Hire is definitely the obvious standout on what you're going to take, especially because you're limited to
Yes.
just the generic commander, generic operative, warriors and initiates, and then warrior fire support. So having that tank or speeder truck is going to give you a little bit more flexibility with your list building, um, and just some more stuff to do. Not
Yep.
that it's a bad plan to have a bunch of just stack up the warriors and go to town. Um,
I agree.
Rapid deployment is going to be interesting. It puts you in a position where if you're in a game that doesn't have a lot of line of sight blocking, you're more than likely going to end up just deploying near your deployment zone anyway.
That's
So
true
it might
because
not be the
especially
best.
with the Mandalorian forces, you're usually not going to out activate most opponents unless they're also playing Mandalorian.
Yeah,
So it's not like
for
you're going to be able to
sure.
really go last with those two anyways, especially if you're
Hmm.
going against like the very common 13 plus Empire and 13 plus Rebel units you're seeing around right now, armies, 14, 15, a lot of them are hitting now, with the sniper teams and such. So I think that one will be taken maybe a little bit less too. I think veterans will be a common one because it's just easy. All my warriors have a free gun. And I can
Yep.
pick my two units to give Dauntless to. I think that's an easy one because you're getting two units are getting the ability for killing things in Fleets of Valor. So you're already guaranteeing two to start with that ability, which seems really good to me.
Yeah.
And then tools of trade, I think will completely depend on your army, what you want to do with it. But I think that's a really good one because if you're like, man, my local meta has so much armor and Mandos, besides my tank, I don't have a lot of punch. Besides two, I can bring two jetpacks. Well, now I can bring three jetpack rockets, which will
Right.
really help me punch through another one.
And
And the third one's
and
free.
one of them's free. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that will be more common, or
Yeah,
vice versa.
especially
If you're running against a lot of big squads,
in
you'll
the
have
pirate
flamethrowers.
tank world that we're going to be living in here, where people are going to be running the Hondo battle force with four tanks all over the place. It definitely is going to make you want to have some impact for that, for sure.
Yeah, I would agree. So yeah, so those are the abilities that you can choose for that. Obviously, it shows you all the. We already went over this in the last video, but it shows you everything you can bring. What's the initiates, the Din and his upgrade for if you want to do the suggested recon, which we'll play this on the channel
Hmm.
too, by the way, soon, very
We
soon.
will. Yep.
I was just waiting for Don to get his box as well to be able to paint up because when we got the first box, I painted that one up for the channel. Okay,
Yeah.
so let's talk about building real quick. We get a lot of questions, a lot of comments, people asking us to do some videos on building. We've done a couple, but we can do some more. We'll just start. I'm gonna do this kind of quick, and we'll talk through our decisions. But we'll start with if we wanted to build a pure Children of the Watch. What makes them unique is they can bring more than two initiates if they want to, and any of their um, unique persona upgrades like armor, din, Paz. If you want to put them in a unit, is 5 points cheaper. That's their whole ability for their army. So for me. I really like the armor in this one because the armor has this recover two right here. And I think with initiates having low um, courage
Courage.
and you can bring the cheap grenade launcher more because it taps and this can help you get those back more often. So I think she'll be a really good one in that army. Not to mention she's a
Yeah.
beast in melee too.
Yeah. I think her only issue is the speed two charge, no ranged
Yeah.
option. Makes that feel a little bit of a struggle, but she's going to be marching up the field, and then once she gets there, she's going to be in trouble, I think.
She does have aid too to help get some tokens while she, if you can't get there. But
Hmm.
yeah, not having a speed three on her is her downside. So, but she also has six health, and she's the only, unless I'm forgetting one, she's the only Mandalorian that's base six health with no like Grogu.
I believe you are correct
So they did give
with
her a little
that.
extra health. Doesn't surge to hit though either, so that's something else to keep in mind.
Yeah.
She's critical one on her attack though. So yeah, so I think she's an easy one to start with. If you're staying in that vein, you have options for the operative. For this example, I kind of built some off a camera here just to kind of give you guys some examples too. But I think we'll just put the hunter in here. And the hunter is going to be really fun because the hunter can you can let's go bounty member. What do you think about that? Let's go the guild
Yeah, I
member.
mean, I think that's going to be the most popular version of the hunter.
We'll go with a vibro sword. I'm going to give him the full Beskar so he gets that sweet sweet surge to block. And since I'm
Yeah, I think
hunting,
it's hard not to take that full best car. That's going to be a hard 10 points to not put on him.
it is. I know it's only one side of the dice, so I feel like you rolled a lot, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then this gets him up to 101 right here with this build. So if you want to add more, you can. I don't think the jetpack rockets are terrible because if something's running away and getting beyond that range too, he still has a good four dice attack to be able to attack into somebody, so that's a good option.
Yeah.
But
And
if you
then
want something different, you can also go with the whipcord launcher. It's only five, and that way you could get your target stuck. Immobilize
I
two suppression.
yeah, I like the whipcord launcher a lot on the hunter version, especially with the melee attack, so that the person that you're trying to take down can't get away. Um, Another thing, especially for those who ask about list building, it's a lot easier when you're building these lists. Load your people up first, and then when you're going through, you're like, oh, I don't have enough points anymore. Then start taking off upgrades. You kind of prioritize things. So like, we've got the whipcord launcher on him, but we could take it off. We've got, if we want to put jetpack rockets on him, we could take those off later. So
Yep.
it's always better to have the stuff you want and then whittle it away after that.
And we got to put Champion of the Watch. That will give him the affiliation he needs to keep this
Right.
clan's ability cooking. So that's what we're giving him there.
Right. Because if you're doing the clan, everyone has to have the same
So the
affiliations.
initiates, we're also going to give them Children of the Watch, which is interesting because I'm going to read this real quick. So this unit changes its affiliation to Children of the Watch, which we need. But then this unit is a Mandalorian warrior against this. So if your initiates don't get any ability, this is the
Yep.
only faction. They only get this affiliation, which you need, but they don't get the bonuses, which is interesting. I don't know. So I threw two
Yeah.
initiates on here to start.
Yep.
And then, like Don said, I'm going to give them each a weapon for now. I'm probably going to take one or two of these off. They're going to be my chief unit for now, but
Hmm.
I want to get them a micro. I want to throw at least two warriors. I'm explaining to you why my thought process is two warriors, even though they can have six initiates. It's because the warriors give us access to the fire team warriors, which is our only support option. And I want two of those to get my activation count up. So now, just like that, we're at eight activation, 620 before more upgrades. So we gotta go up
Right.
to our warriors. We gotta give them their children to watch. They will get the bonus of this is the way dodge. The fire team support gets this is the way aim. So we gotta give them both that right away because we're
Yep.
keeping this affiliation going, right? So they're gonna get that. Now we're set. For the warriors up here, I am gonna give them we're gonna start with I'm gonna give them both also no, not that one, sorry. We're gonna give them both the grenade launcher as well since we have some recover. And we're not
Hmm.
always shooting every round. But the warriors, the fire team support warriors, I'm gonna give the Shaku. I know everyone the sniper's there, it's 35 points, it's range four, you're throwing a two dice lethal one. But for I don't know, for 7 points less, I can get three black dice overwhelm, and they can add all their dice
Yeah.
when shooting this.
And they're gonna have this is the way aim.
Yeah,
So I feel like 35 points for that sniper rifle is a hard sell,
I,
especially after playing a couple games with Mandalorian so far. The range four is not going to be a
two
prime
dice.
engagement range for you.
And if you're fighting all the new impervious out there, it doesn't even do the lethal. Doesn't do anything. So it just I don't know if it's worth it yet. I'm on the fence. It's not when there's a 28 point weapon that exists that will keep the fire team support. Okay, so now everyone has a heavy. We're starting to build people up. We're at 720 points. I only have one name so far. So I did that on purpose because here's what I'm going to do next. I'm going to go back up to my initiates here. We're going to grab this persona because remember, everyone's cheaper. Because like Dan is 30, but you can see he's only 25 now.
Right.
Paz is 40, but he's only 35 now. So we're going to add Paz to one of these units here because he gets this is the way aim. So now your initiates have this is the way. He can have three white, two black, one red overwhelm onto this unit. Just feels
And
really good.
he adds another health too. So
Yep, and he gets
that's
two
going to
health.
be a 9 health initiate unit.
I think he's really, really solid on that unit there. The other
Hmm.
way you can go with this, because if someone's like, oh, but the initiates are still encouraged one and he could get bogged down, you're right. So if you don't like that idea, take him off the initiates, throw him on a warriors unit instead. He'll still be cheaper on that unit. He's only four. Is he only cheaper in the
Well, maybe the ability is only initiates.
no, yeah, only the
Mm,
initiates. So he only saves the five
Initiates,
points on
yeah.
initiates. So that's why I would put him there to save the points because points are a premium in this thing.
Yeah.
So we'll keep him there. What you can do with your other initiate, if you do want it, you have Din you can add, or we can give him a super scroll if we want more points. For now, I'm going to give it to Din. Din is good too. He gains the target of this is the way keyword. It gains one search token.
Which is a weird wording.
Yeah,
Why
it's
wasn't
like
it just
so when
this is the way
she
Surge won?
because it's when it's if you're the receiver of this is the way. So if the Mandalorian, let's say
Mm.
armor makes this unit recover, on top of recovering, they're going to get a search token now too.
Oh, okay. That's
So that's how it's
interesting.
playing off of it. So then if we add Din, we also get one red, one black, range melee to two, lethal one, and it's 5 points cheaper. I want to point out, even before the 5 points cheaper, would you rather have Din or would you rather have the sniper? Because it's the same cost and he's better. So that's my other issue with it. So I'm gonna throw Din on there. on the other
Yeah.
initiate unit there. Okay, so now we're at 8 activation, 780. I'm still a firm believer that you need to get to about 10 activations to feel really good. You can make 9 work,
Yeah.
but I think 10 is where you really want to be with these
10,
Mandos.
10 is definitely like a bare minimum, I think. Nine is you got to be real lucky and real skilled to run nine
Yeah.
successfully.
So what we can do here is we can add another commander for the generic. We still have them as an option. We can't add Paz or Din because we put Paz and Din in units, so that's taken
Mm.
up at this point. We only have 4 cores, so what we can do is we can break that rule and add 2 more initiates and see what that brings us to. We're at we're at 892. So even with those initiates, we can still go through and we can add some more micro grenade launchers. Still at 936. We still have room to play. Now we have 10 activations, but we have 4 initiates, courage 1. Some people don't like that. What's the one thing the initiates can do that the other ones can't do? Well, you can add the squad, which I like personally. 45 points gets you 4 more health on this unit.
Yep.
It also gives you Indomitable. It's pretty cool. They can cohere at range 1. So I'm gonna add one of those guys to one of those units, bringing us to 981. So now we have one big boy squad. We have to make sure to add the Children of the Watch to keep their affiliation because we don't want to break that rule.
Yep.
So we still have 19 points to play with here. So we're gonna
I
go back
think
up.
one thing that you definitely want to add to the armor is the inspire command slot,
Inspiring presence.
or not inspiring presence.
Are you talking about lead by example?
Lead by example. That's it.
Yeah, it's not bad yet to help get some of that suppression off because she's not inspiring it by itself. I don't hate it. We can keep it there for now. It's just 8 points seems like a lot, but
8 points is a
this
lot, but
is an army that could really benefit from it. So I get
yeah,
where you're coming from.
that's my only fear is especially with those units that you have Paz and Mando in. If they get bogged down with suppression, that's a lot of points to lose actions on.
I really like her with tenacity because she has 6 health. She's gonna get shot. That will give her 4 red, 3 black as a melee. And I think you keep her there for cheap. You can give her improvised orders if you have points, but we're down to 5 points only at this point. So I don't know
Yep.
if I want to do that. So we're gonna take a look and see what can we add for 5. Well, there's nothing else on whom we could also, if we want to, we can go back and give her a whipcord. That'd be our 2 whipcords for the army because she wants people to stop anyways. Could be an
Yeah, I
option.
don't hate that, but then you're
It,
adding points to her.
it's true. You're adding even more points to it. It's not the best option. You can give it to the you can give a Carby now. I don't know if I like that either though. But so what I'm gonna
Yeah,
do?
don't we have one naked initiate, right?
No, none are
Oh no,
naked initiates.
we
But what
did
I want to
have the
do
mic.
here, and this is what I built kind of beforehand, is I'm gonna go up to our warriors. We have 2 grenade launchers. I'm gonna take one of those grenade launchers off, and we're gonna upgrade them now to
Heavy. There
the
you go.
boom. And now we're 1 point over because I can do math apparently. So we're 1 point over. So we got to make the decisions here what we want to do with that 1 point. I don't think I want to take anything off. So this is kind of how you build a list. You kind of look like Don said, you remove things, add things. You could take something else off. We can give it back to the grenade launcher and add something else.
Right.
But it's up to you guys how you want to build this. These are just some options. But I think I'm gonna go back because I don't want to take anything off and put this back on. And then for the 5 points, I think I am going to. I'm gonna give this guy C's the initiative. I think that'd be good to play off of the 1 pip.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that makes the most sense in my brain because especially if you need that bounty and you're gonna have to play an armor or 1 pip or what she has, doesn't she? She has the 2 pip birds and prey. That's what it is. That's a really nice one. But it gives you more options. So I'm gonna do that. So this is my example of 10 activations for them using the ability to bring more initiates,
Right.
using the ability. We saved 10 points with our 2 upgrades, which really helped us as well. And you're still getting one of the name and you're using one of the hunters. So that's one example of a list. And now we can clear the board here and we'll do the same kind of process for Clan Crease. I think they're a little easier. I think you throw bow in a unit right away.
Absolutely.
Before you do anything else, you go, here's a dark saber. Have a great day. And we just stop there. Obviously in this battle force, if you're keeping the clan, they already have Mandalorians strung together. So it's not as pertinent to have this because you won't need
Hmm.
allies, you won't need Mandalorians strung together. You'll get that 5 dice black. Her main is 2 red, 2 blacks. You're only gaining 1 dice there. But the reason I like it is because her 1 pip gives I don't know what gives her barrage, relentless, and pierce once. Now her dark saber's pierce 2, so she can pierce
Right.
Mando. So that's why I still like her on
Yeah. A two or a range three or speed three attack with the dark saber, and then you get to attack again with charge and or with
relentless.
relentless is pretty solid.
Axe, if you guys watched our episode yesterday, you can hear more of my thoughts in depth. But unless they make his attack, because right now his attack in the card is two red, two white, no ability, surge to hit. On the promo cards, it's two red, two black, lethal one. That makes it much better. But with the two red, two white, no other abilities for his attack for 90
Yeah.
points, I think I'd rather go, you know what?
He's
Here's a
he's a
hunter.
little yeah, he's a little expensive for 90 points with that. I mean, he just doesn't do much.
Yep. I think for this one, if I want to go, I already have her as the melee threat. So if I want to build differently, so we're not building the same guild member each time, which I do think is the best option for him because it's a way to get a point too. But we'll
Right.
we'll, we'll play devil's advocate and build a different one. The Deadeye with the sniper we talked about earlier, giving you sharpshooter two. You have sharpshooter two
Sharpshooter two
with
a rainbow.
targets, with high velocity, with Pierce 1 if you want to get far. And if you get close, you still have your two red, two white, or your two white, two black Pierce 1. So
Hmm.
you have some options to play with there. I think what I would also give him in this case, so that way if he has to get close to things, he can really play all the ways as a flame projector. So now he can attack far with the sniper, mid range with his normal guns, up close with the flamethrower. And I think that gives him a lot of versatility. And he's only
He's
90
very
points.
versatile. Yeah.
This is the same points as Axe naked, by the way.
Yep.
That's why I don't play with the Axe game too much. But for this army, you can only bring two initiates, so we're gonna pop those in there because they're a cheap army. They're gonna help keep the cost down. And I'm gonna do the
Y-
opposite of what we did the last build, and I'm not gonna
Yeah.
put upgrades on them yet. So then what we're gonna do is I'm gonna skip the Warriors for just a second, and I'm gonna go. I think I like two units of Clan Crease minimum. I think that's
Clan
probably
Crews
all I can get.
veterans are
They're
bonkers good.
expensive, but fifth body, which means without any upgrades, they're five red, five white, surge to hit, tactical with the ability every time they spend that aim. Because if you guys forget, Mandalorian Strong Together is when an allied unit with Mandalorian Stronger Together keyword spends one or more aim tokens. After that effect is resolved, it gains a dodge token if it's in range two of another Mandalorian with that keyword, which this whole clan would have that keyword, right?
Right.
So it's like I'm gonna attack first. I'm gonna take an aim. I'm gonna shoot you. I have a dodge for defense now automatically. And you can be asked on it does really add up really quickly.
It adds up real fast.
So I'm gonna add them, and I'm gonna make them even more expensive because I think they're so potent. I'm gonna give them each the Shakira weapon. If you watch our last episode, you know why I called it. That makes them 148. They're beefy, but now they're six health. They're throwing five red, five white, three black, overwhelm with tactical surge to hit, speed three units, all at range two. I think
They are
really
stupid
solid.
strong.
So I think that's how I start my build with Clan Crease. You can give it the frag if you want to make it a little cheaper because you're not losing the range two because they're only. But this way at range three they can shoot their one black and the Shakira. That's why I like that a lot combo. But if you want to give it the cheaper weapon, not questioning your motives at all there. Okay, so now we gotta go back to our core. Again, I think we want two warriors here, so we get actually
Yep.
two fire supports. And then we do the same thing, of course. It won't matter for building, but like you got to make sure to add all the Clan Crease symbols onto all of them, right?
Hmm.
So we're gonna do that real quick, I guess, just to keep it correct. And then you're gonna do the same process we did with the Children of Watch. We're at 10 acts now. We just hit our 10 act mark. Congratulations. I think that's where you want to live with most of these battle forces.
Yep.
Now, what do you want to upgrade with them is a little different. We have about 100 and what 44 points to play with here and none of our warriors or initiates have any heavies. So I think you do the same process. I think we go, okay, our fire support ones, let's just give them this.
I think they get Shakira every time.
Yeah, I really do. I just
Yep.
I know I keep adding them, and then you got your closer warriors, which I think you can shave some points if you want to, and give them both of the micros because they're going to be a little bit closer based with their the way they're going to have to move up and score and stuff.
Right.
Keep the fire team a little further back, but people are going to have to move up and score. That's probably going to be your warriors here with the duelist, impervious, and jump too. So we'll give them that. That brings us at 956. We still have about 44 points to play with, which means we can give the initiates some weapons too if we want, or we can load up more upgrades. I think Din wants a little bit more, or not Din, Bo. If we're going to be playing her melee, and we know we're
Yep.
playing her melee, I think Tenacity is a good choice on her again.
Yeah. Tenacity feels solid on her.
I don't think it's terrible if you want to go up close because she does have one turn of barraging. But when
Mm,
you're building her with the dark saber, she wants melee more than range. So I don't know if I love that
yeah.
personally, but I can understand people's argument for it. Offensive push, she already has tactical. I don't know if you need more aims. Um, so I don't know. You can give her siege or situational because she'll almost always have that dodge from spending the aim, so she can cancel crits. But for me, I like her with the flame project, or I like her with the tenacity dark saber. I think the only other thing I would really give her is just for that approach is I don't hate the personal combat shield at 10 to keep her alive.
Yeah. It's not terrible.
It's probably one of the first things I would cut if we get to the end of this and I'm like, I need some points. I'd probably cut that one
Yeah.
first. I don't think she needs a ton of stuff. I would not be mad at you if you're like, you know what, I really wish we had one improvised order so I don't screw up pulling that support instead of that core if I need it. So we'll put them there for now, and then we go back to our last unit with our
Yeah.
initiates. And what if we wanted to give them heavies to get them into the fight a little bit more? Or you know who we didn't use? We didn't use Mr. Axtell. So can we equip a little axe on there? Where is he? There he is. He's 30 points. What does he give you? He gives you independent aim or dodge and infiltrate, which is really cool. So
Yeah,
I don't
unfortunately he doesn't add any dice, but
know he shoots their base
infiltrate's not
dice.
bad.
So I think I like him better on one of our up close and personal warriors more than a.
Yeah.
And look, we're at 1007. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut that combat shield right now, Don.
I mean, that's it's an easy cut.
Now we have 3 points left. So what you can do if you want to keep that kind of theme going, and you think you might need some impact, it's not a bad idea maybe to throw one impact on that Axe Wolves unit who's going to be up close anyways. So that way, if you're hitting a tank or something, you can throw one black for impact 4 and get that up. And I think that will get you exactly to 1,000 points. So there you go. 10 activations with bow, a hunter, unit of warriors with axe on it, another warrior, two naked initiates to help that cost down because you got clan crease with a heavy each. You can also
Yeah,
thin this out more if you want to put like shields on them and stuff, but they get really pricey, and you got your fire team support.
yeah, I feel like initiates, though they don't seem great comparative to everything else you're building with, because they're cheap, I think you put those two naked initiates in almost every Mandalorian force you're building.
Yeah, unless you have points to
Um,
spare and you want to up them for some reason,
right,
because I mean, it's 8 points to go from the initiative to warrior, and you gain a ton
right,
for the 8 points. You gain jump two, courage two, duelist, impervious, an extra
right.
white in melee. But again, if you don't have the 8 points to play with, like we save 16 points bringing two initiates. So
Yeah. You also people are undersell the initiates because they don't surge defensively, but there's still a 5-man unit surging to hit with red defense dice. Like
yep,
the initiates are still a solid unit on their own.
they're the only
Um,
core with red defense dice and surging black attack dice in the
yeah,
game. So I mean, keep that in mind.
yeah,
Okay,
they are very strong for sure.
we're gonna go to my favorite, which you guys saw from the beginning of the video, is Clan Ren. So I'm gonna talk to this one because this is the one I like this. Ursa's an easy add at 75 points, and she's the
She
only
is
leader.
she is criminally cheap at 75 points.
75 points. Look, she has better attack dice than poor Axe does, and she's 15 points
and
cheaper.
and just all the words on her card.
Yeah, she's got her We Fight for the Family. She has Nimble, Inspire 1, Impervious, Entourage, the Clan Run veterans, Jump 2, and Bolster 2, which is huge because your Warriors Initiates really like search tokens, so that's a really nice thing to have on her. So we're going to
Yeah.
stick her on there right now naked. I'm going to go real quick to Sabine because this Sabine is the best Sabine in the game as of right
Oh
now.
my God, she's so good.
And what makes her the good? She has Jump 2, Gunslinger, Impervious, Nimble. So does the other Sabine. She surges to crit, 5 health, 2 courage, 3 speed, surge defense, red dice. So does the other Sabine.
Right.
But she has We Fight for Our Family. That's a new thing, right? That's pretty cool. So when this unit makes an attack, after the attack action is resolved, choose another allied unit with We Fight for Our Family within range 2. If able, that unit gets a dodge. So she can help give dodges. And by the way, I did clarify in the recon, I think I gave 2 dodges each time. It should only be 1 because it's after the attack action, not after
Yeah.
the attack. It's the action part. But what makes her better, in my opinion, is she has Gunslinger with now 4 dice, and they're not whites. They're 2 reds, 2 blacks, with blast, with overwhelm, and surge to crit. So she's throwing
It's
8 dice pretty easily each turn.
it's 4 dice with blast, so you have just no cover ever, and you're shooting two people almost every time. It's stupid.
Yeah, so I don't actually ever entertain putting the dark saber on this one because I prefer the gunslinger of 8 dice every time over her little dark saber. Which her dark saber is one of the weaker ones right now. It's cheap, but it's one of the weaker ones. It just gives her dauntless really, and then it's the same.
Yeah,
So, and with impervious being stronger, I don't know if the immune pierce is as big of a deal as it used to be.
it is. It is definitely not.
So I think the one thing I put on her, I stapled on her is up close to personal because she's shooting twice, so she'll get 2 dodges every time.
Yeah, she
Bring
gets
it
that
back.
8 point value very easily with
So we'll
that.
leave her there for a moment. We're gonna add our 2 initiates because as you heard Don, that's kind of what we've landed talking about the game
It's a
plan.
staple for sure.
And add our minimum of 2 warriors that we like to add because that gives us access to 2 fire support warriors and then Clan Ren veterans. We're gonna have to add 2 of those bad boys as well, which we're going to. Which Clan Ren veterans are 4, not 5. So that's why they're cheaper at 92 versus 120.
Hmm.
They don't have tactical, same exact weapon profile, same exact health, courage, surging, and speed profile. They have Dauntless, which is different, which is really nice. So instead of tactical, they have the Dauntless keyword.
Right.
And they have Nimble, so they get to keep those dodges that they're going to be given by their family.
Yeah. If you watch the skirmish or the recon game that we played, these guys are hard to kill because they always have dodges
Yep.
all the time, and they don't go away because you shoot them and they spend the dodge and then they get it back.
And
and
one
it
of the
makes me
coolest
sad.
things about this refresh is the Clan Ren veterans now have access to the duelist. You're like, wait, they've always had access to it. They did, but the duelist is immensely better.
Yes,
Like,
the best cat duelist has definitely been increased in how
and
good
by
they
the way,
are.
they have clarified it. It is still two dice. It's not one dice. They've put in a post AMG that they're when the print and play cards get refreshed before release. So I'm guessing by the time this video drops, it would have already been refreshed. They're gonna have their two dice still, but the biggest difference is this tap to charge, so that they can now charge in, which is makes all the world. So now you can move
It sure
two speed
does.
threes, tap your card at the start, move two speed threes, charge away, and in melee with a full unit, you're gonna be throwing four. It's gonna be what, six reds, four whites, surge to hit, Pierce one. I mean, that seems pretty good.
It's very good.
So I just add both those at 30 points. It's only 2 points more than the Shakira gun. But they have that gives them so much play. They can still shoot the pistols, but when you want
Right.
to move in and get protection and hit something, you can. So that's an easy include in me, which was completely my opposite take before. I was like, give me any other heavy, I'll put it in them. I won't do the duelist anymore. And they gave me more heavies. I'm like, give me the duelist, right? Like,
Right. That
um,
that that charge is a game changer for sure on them because
you do also have.
moving two speed threes to charge, you can get across the board and get into melee and be protected relatively easily.
And interesting to me is Tristan's the only named new person added that doesn't have like an operative card or anything. It's just a person card. It can go in Clan Ren or Clan Saxon. It's a leader, gains precise 2 for 25 points. So you're really just getting the body, but you're also getting precise 2. And allied commander units may issue orders regardless of affiliation. So if, in other words, if you put them into, Mando soup. But at 25 points, I think is really good for another body health on them, on the Clan Ren veterans, and then giving them the precise 2 is really fun as well. But
Yeah.
25 points, still 25 points. So I'll throw them in one for now, and we'll see if we have to remove it or not. So then again, we're back to the same game we keep going back to, right? What do we do with these guys? Well, I think if we're keeping points down, the up close warriors get two frags. I'm not going to kill you if you want to go two Shakirs on them instead. That's perfectly fine. Our warrior support, I think we've landed on because of the same army, same unit for each army. I think we're going to go with the
Yeah.
Shakirs again, right? Boom.
You
We're
think
at
that
nine twelve.
that warrior support unit, they have sharpshooter one. They want to sit. They want to be your kind of sitting back, shooting at range three, and they're just throwing eight black dice, surge to hit, sharpshooter one, overwhelm. It's stupid.
I do
They're really
think
solid.
if you have points, they're the two units you put the jetpacks on
That is also a solid
because
choice
they
for
have
that.
sharpshooter one built in and they're staying farther back. So if you
Yeah.
if you don't have armor to fight against and you want to throw this into somebody, so one of your minis can throw four blacks instead of one black at range,
Right.
you don't have to worry about the cover. If you're shooting into a vehicle, obviously you don't care about the
It's
cover.
actually really nice when you're shooting into speeders, like the land speeder, the air
That's true.
speeder.
Those would help.
The ISP, anything with that cover one that gets taken away, which is really nice
I
too.
think it's nice because these are the smaller units. They're only four health instead of five, like the infantry and or the regular
Yeah.
warriors and the. So I like this. So I'm gonna put both on it actually, and just do a little different for this clan build. This is and then I got our initiates still up here, and I kind of have the points to play with. And I kind of want my initiates to have more bite in this army.
Hmm.
So I'm gonna go. You know what? Let's give them two micros as well. We should have some leftover points, which we do, which I kind of had a feeling we would. So now I'm gonna go back to my original warriors, and we're gonna take away both those grenade launchers, and I'm gonna upgrade them. They're gonna get an upgrade. They're gonna get the rifle now, which
Getting that
still gives
sweet,
us
sweet Shakira.
12 points to play with, which means I can play with Ursa a little bit here now. So I'm going to give Ursa some things as well. You can give her Vigilance, 9 points, a little expensive, but really helpful in armies that are going to be having dodges with Nimble to keep one or two if you have them on your warriors and initiates, right? Not a bad choice at all. She already has Inspire 1, so I don't really want to play with the points there. You could do Improvise, and hear me out. She's still a speed 3 person. She still has a gun. She still has 5 health. She's still a Mandalorian. You don't have to keep her in the back hiding. You need to move her up. You can do some work. And I think if you put just one flame project on her. You turn her into a very scary threat for the big squads across from you at only 80 points. So when
Yeah.
she wants to run up and just flame something once, that's a big dice pool they have to worry about now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
There's not a
only
whole
one
lot
red, but
of
if you're going against like a 10 health initiates or like a full unit of Ewoks or
full unit of
B1s,
pirates.
yeah, for only 5 points, and that still only brings you up to 80 points. I think it's a great ad personally.
Yeah, she is so good at 80 points. It's just a little bit crazy.
I really do like her. So then you still have 7 points to play with. So you're like, what do I do with my 7 points? We give something else as Miss Sabine Wren. We could give her the whipcord, which I like on her a lot. That brings us to 998. And if you feel you don't really need anything else. So this is how I like a Wren. I do a couple different variations of this list where you can tweak things. You can drop
Yeah.
Tristan and give a couple more upgrades. But I like the one Wren to have six bodies. I think feels really good.
Yeah.
And
But you're
so,
definitely seeing the pattern of two warriors, two warrior fire supports, and two initiates. That's kind of your bread and butter for all of the clans that we've seen so far that we've done with
yeah, and
our
just to break
couple
it for
games so
one, because
far.
you guys keep, I feel like we're doing the same thing. Just to break it, I'm gonna show you one other option for Ren. So if we take out both initiates and go like, you know what, I want all warriors. I don't want any initiates. Okay, so let's add two more warriors. We're gonna have to take off one gun, and now We're gonna have one warrior or three warriors with the Shakur repeater, because remember both initiates had the frag launcher,
Right.
and one naked warrior, which means now we have no initiates, same amount of activations. A little less dice
Right.
from one unit, but the other unit's a little bit better with the Shakira gun. So here's another option. If you don't want to bring initiates, you don't have to when you have points to play with. And you could even drop Tristan and throw a heavy on the Warriors if you wanted to do that. So you don't have to bring
Yeah.
initiates. I just like the savings that lets me open up more things that have stronger attacks and bring in a Tristan, for example. Saving
Right.
16 points was able to get him. But you don't have to. You can
And
bring the Warriors.
I do feel like most objectives that we're playing, there is 1 to 2 points where you're going to have a unit that's just camping
Yep,
out. That's going to be their
exactly.
job is to sit there. The warrior fire support unit is a great unit for that. If they're going to sit there and shoot at range 3, Joe used it extremely effectively in a game that we played. But if you have your
Always run a
initiates and you
naked
just
initiate too.
yep and you sit them back there, that's always nice. So also good for when you're moving up with fire or with the backup that they're going to provide for your named people is always good.
Okay, Don, walk us through Sax and I'll let you build this one. Tell me what you want. I'm guessing Gar.
I mean, you got to go with Gar. He's a hoot now. His dark saber gives him charge, demoralize, immune pierce. So it's great. I really like Saxon. I do like him with targeting scopes because he has that advanced targeting trooper one. So whenever he's attacking a trooper unit, he's getting a free aim. And with your dark saber, you're rolling 5 blacks. You get targeting scopes. It gives you that extra precise one for your rerolls. So I think that's a pretty easy staple on for him.
Okay, what else we
Um,
going on? Rook?
Rook, I think, is super good for 85 points. She doesn't really need anything. She gives you retinue, so she's always going to have a token, target, and coordinate Saxon.
Yeah.
So if you give her an aim, you're giving, or give her an order, you're giving her an aim for free with target, plus her retinue token, plus a coordinate to somebody who's at range 1. It's obviously going to be
And
Saxon because
she
it's
is
all
one of my
Saxon.
biggest points. I really do feel like they may make Axe's promo card the card because five
Right.
points cheaper than Axe. She's rolling two reds, two blacks, overwhelm. Axe's
Yeah.
promo is two reds, two blacks, lethal. So,
Yeah.
but 5 points more so. So that's why I'm hoping they do that, but we'll see.
It does feel like he should be that way. So I really like her. I don't know that she really needs anything. You could potentially put like a shield on her. She's a good candidate for the shield because she doesn't necessarily want to be in melee. So the personal shield works okay with her. Um, and then I think you can go. This would be another a good unit to I think have a hunter because Saxon kind of really wants the killing. You whenever you take damage, you get the you can take a suppression to get an aim or a dodge.
Yeah. Which hunter
Um,
do you want?
I think you go with the bounty hunter version.
Okay. What
So
weapon
the
do you want?
guild member, I think you get the. I don't know. It's a toss up for me between the vibro sword and the twin daggers.
Yeah. Which one do you
Um,
like better? You want the charge gunslinger with the three white, three black? I like the gunslinger part. Or you want the vibra sword that has charge duelist, spending the shield token and having all the dice?
so yeah, I think let's go with the the duel because we didn't. I don't think we're gonna spend the points on the shield for this guy. I do think you throw the armor on him just to give him that surge to defense because surging to defense is always a good thing for your bounty hunters. Um, and
Okay.
then I think you do the two naked initiates. You go with the normal setup of two initiates, two warriors, two fire support. And then you get your three super commandos.
We're going max out on the commandos, huh?
I'm a big fan of the super commandos. They
I mean,
have
they
the
are the better
independent.
commandos. They surge now.
Yeah, they
They have the
search
victory or
ahead.
death.
They have victory or death. They have independent aim still. They still have defend one, and they're a 4-man unit now, so they are very good.
You have
They
a
also
whopping 49 points to play with, so I don't know what else you want to add here.
yeah, we're probably gonna have to skinny up. Maybe we'll have to get rid of.
You're at 12 activations, by the
Yeah,
way,
we are at 12
but
activations.
nothing has heavies. So your
Yeah,
warriors,
I think
nothing
we'll
has
end
heavy.
up having to get rid of something. So maybe we take it off the initiates and see what we can do. Um, because the heavy options that we have for the super commandos are also good because they have their original super commando heavies that were changed for the new super commandos, but they still have more options than the other
Okay, so I took out both
special forces.
initiates. Remember, in these, it looks like you only need two core, if that's correct. I'm
Yep,
pretty sure it is.
I'm
So you
pretty sure
still
it
have your
is. Yep.
two cores with your warriors. Okay, so now we'll start with your super commandos. What do you want to add to them?
Let's go. I forgot what the how much the original upgrades are. So the marksman, it's 30, right, for the marksman? You're
The new marksman is 30, but it's one red, one white lethal only. The
hmm
gunslinger is two red, two white overwhelm, ranged melee to two. You have the Shakur repeater, which is 2 points cheaper at three black overwhelm, which I don't know, seems better to me. Except for this one can be used in melee is its biggest perk in my opinion. Or you have the
yeah.
micro. So I guess it's up to you what kind of flavor you want. This does not add precise one or anything anymore, and it's only two dice.
Yeah, let's go with just the let's do just to be different. Let's do the not the marksman, but the other one. The two red,
Gunslinger
two white.
on all three.
Yeah. Let's see what that does.
Okay, you're at 929. You still have about 70 points to play with for your warrior, fire support, and your regular warriors, or more upgrades in your commandos.
So I think we go with the fire support and give them the secures.
Okay, that's gonna bring you at you have 15 points to play with now.
Yeah, so unfortunately that's leaving our warriors naked, our regular core warriors naked. But I don't know that I hate it. Um 15 points.
You could take Rook out and put her as a personnel if you want that as well. You got some
Oh,
options.
yeah. I forgot what Rook's personnel looks like.
Let's remove her for a second so you can look. So only 25 points, just gives you retinue, but she's essentially an extra body because that's why she's only
She's an
25.
extra body and retinue. It's not horrible for 25 points.
You
But
lose
then we
her
have to,
obviously as the unit, but
yeah. But then, so put her in there
in what? A
in
warrior?
the warrior. Yeah, put her in a warrior.
Okay, she's in a warrior. And you still have a lot of points to play. You're only at nine acts, so you probably want something
Yeah, I
else.
think we'll have to drop another initiate back in there. I think.
Okay. So now you still have about you can add a heavy too. You can add the micro grenade launcher or the Shakir if you want into them.
Let's put the Shakur in there with the Rook unit because they'll be retinues, so they'll have tokens at least to be hanging
Okay.
out with Gar.
You're full up. You got
Right,
Gar with two upgrades. You got the Hunter with
right.
four upgrades. You've got a Warrior with Rook and the Shakir. You've got one Warrior naked, one Initiate naked, which we need to add the Saxon.
Yep.
You've got three super commandos, each with the gunslinger, and then two fire supports with the normal Shakira, the Shakira, and the clan sax. And that brings you at 10 acts again, hitting that sweet spot. But you guys saw if you want to make more naked things, you can get to 12. It just everything's
Right.
naked at that point.
And I mean, some of these naked units are still throwing like the super commandos naked are still four red, four white, surge to hit, independent aim. It's not horrible, but you do really want that extra body.
I guess my question is this, like, just as the only thing I would do differently is like this warrior unit here, I'd take Rook off and be like, nope. And then I'd go over to one of these super commandos and be like, yep. And now your warrior has Rooks. Now this warrior is a
Yeah.
six-man warrior with retinue and independent.
My only issue with that is then the other you have three naked units, which doesn't feel the best, and
No,
one
you didn't
really good.
Nikki anybody. They still
Oh
have that
yeah,
heavy.
she still
But if
has
you
her.
wanted on
You're
that,
right.
that's fine. I'm just thinking like
No, no,
most
I think you're
firepower
right.
possible.
Yeah, I think you're right. That does make sense. And that unit running up with Gar would also have extra tokens. So that would be nice and deadly. That gives you kind of a match to your Clan Kreese veterans with their six men.
Yeah. And just to show you guys some different options with this army too. That's one way to go. And if you want to go something different than you keep seeing from us, let's pretend like you said these commandos are naked, right? And you want another warrior in here, and you want another warrior in here. Up, we're only 12 points over. We're 12 points away. So like, what can we shave for 12? Well, we can get rid of Scopes and Gar and full Beskar in this hunter. And now we're at a 12 activation list. 998. We have Gar with his dark saber. We have a hunter still. We have one warrior with the Shakir, three naked warriors, one naked initiate. You can even switch one of these, which I think I would actually save some points. Now we're back at 90, so we can go. You know what? Let's put those scopes back on Gar like Don liked. Just
No, I would put the surge to defense back on the
okay.
hunter.
We do have the 10. Let's put the shards to.
Yeah.
Now you're at 12 activations. You still have the surge here. You lost that, but you have one warrior with the heavy, two naked warriors, one naked initiates, three naked super commandos, but they're still much better than regular, and two warriors with the Shakir. So much more naked, but you're at 12 acts now. So it's more of your flavor of play, but just giving you guys
Right.
some different options. I like Don's first build better, but this is another option if you want to grow more acts.
Yeah.
Now for the one that's going to be fun to build because it's got so many rules to play with. You got these. We talked about these. I'm going to go with Guns for Hire because I want to add a tank. I just do.
Absolutely.
And I'm going to go with the veterans because I want to have that free carbine on my warriors and I want to have um, the Dauntless on 2 units. So those are the two I'm going to pick for this example. We're going to grab a Mandalorian leader and Mandalorian hunter because we gotta have to fill out some activations, and that's our only options. We're
Yep.
going to go the party leader on him.
I think that's absolutely the choice for your leader here.
Yeah, because we get the extra encourage, inspire, and the direct mercenary trooper, which I think is really solid.
Direct is very handy. Yep.
And because we keep doing the weapons, I'm going to go with this EE5 carbine instead. It's 4 dice. My only issue is like you have a 4 dice built in, but it's only two red, two white, range two. This 4 dice for only 5 points is 4 dice with three black, one red, overwhelm up to range three. So I'm gonna go like that and pretend like this one's gonna chill back a little bit more.
Hmm.
And I'm gonna start there and just see where we go. The hunter, the only one we haven't got yet is the battle master. So I think I'm gonna throw a battle master in there just to
Why
keep
not?
it here.
Why not check it out? You know.
And I'm gonna throw the we're gonna keep this guy as skinny as possible with the main gun because we're gonna play with that whole ability when each time this unit would X a card, they get to keep it. So I'm gonna keep the free gun on him because I want to play with
Yeah.
those abilities. So we're gonna give him the whipcord launcher so we can tap that for free. We're gonna give him a jetpack rocket because we can tap those and use those more than once.
Yeah. I think the
And,
jetpack rockets for the
and the
especially
flame.
good in
I'm
if
gonna
you
go
got a
all
lot of
out.
armor in your meta.
Yeah, you can just
Just
recover.
everything. He's just getting all of it.
So I'm going to give him all these for just this option here. I'm going to go no initiates here. I'm going to go warriors because I want to get the most ability out of that free carbine, which you can see it's free now. Tabletop's
Right.
awesome. Big shout out Tabletop Admiral. We're Patreons with them, so big shout out to him. So I like his builder a lot. He updates it so fast.
Yeah.
But
Absolutely.
which means we got four, so we can bring a couple of these boys too because they're detachments. So you can bring four. You don't have to stay
Yep.
to that three rule because they're detachments. They don't listen to that rule, right? We're at 10
Hmm.
activations. I'm with Don. I want to bring the new pirate tank. That's what I want to bring for
I think
120.
that pirate tank is hot stuff.
It can't use frenzied because it's going to lose this affiliation and become Mandalorian. So you cannot bring frenzied gunner. So that's not an
That's
option.
that's unfortunate.
It is, but you just got to keep that in mind. It's not an option.
Yeah.
Which with that in mind, I think I would maybe go something like the
The door gunner.
yeah,
I
where's
think
the
that's the
door?
only thing you can really put on there.
Yeah, the door gunner. Oh, there it is, right there. I'm gonna put the door gunner on him. That way he has another way to attack again. But I'm gonna keep it skinny, just right there. It's 112
That's it.
points. We're at 791. We need to start putting some heavies onto our warriors so they can do some work here. So we're gonna go with our fire support warriors. I'm gonna go crazy and get. You know what? Everyone gets a Shakira gun. Boom, 900
Everyone.
victory. We have four fire support warriors now with the Shakira gun. So that's pretty good. We still have about 100 points to play with for these other four. So I'm gonna just go ahead and throw the micro on all of them, which still leaves me at 9 points left. We're at 11 activations, by the way, guys, with a tank in this list. And everybody has at least a heavy. There's no one naked in this list, which is super fun.
It
So
is super fun.
I'm gonna go back up and look what else can I change? Well, I got 9 points. So maybe I add some more things. What does our leader need? Our leader's, it's still a Mando, still can shoot some weapons and some guns. I think I'm actually gonna throw my other jetpack on this one. That's 10 though. It's a point too much. I don't really want to cut anything. So maybe we leave her skinny and we could upgrade our gun here instead of getting that free gun. We have the points now. We can be like, you know what? We've got 9 points. Let's give you something really good. Let's let's do the dual armor like Don did. That brings us to 1 point. There you go. Got 11 activations.
Yeah.
And it's a tank. And again, there's
I
nothing
was gonna
naked.
say. And there's no initiates in this either. You're
There's no
you're
initiates. You
running
have four warriors,
every
four warrior fire supports, a tank.
everything is courage two. Your tank has coordinate, right? Is that what it gets?
Yeah, so for this one, the tank gives a coordinate trooper. So when you give it, you pretty much pick what you want. You coordinate Mandalorian warriors. If you give it an issue, you can order a Mandalorian. But if you give it no
Right.
issues, it gets independent surge. You pick if you want that surge that round, or if you want to coordinate some orders. So that's kind of your thought process there.
No, it
Um,
gains both. It gains independent
yes,
surge
but if you
and
have independent surge and you give it an order to coordinate some,
oh, you're right.
you
You're
would
right.
lose independent surge, right?
I
So
forgot
yes,
about
you
that.
have both at play, but you have to pick each round which one you want to use, essentially.
Yeah.
Um, But that gives you a whole bunch of play there. And then now I get to pick two units to have Dauntless this round because it's just it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's outrage, right? Choose two allied Mandalorian units. They gain Dauntless. You know what? I get to choose two man. I'm gonna choose my Hunter for one. because he's only
Hmm.
courage 2, so he's gonna be one of my dauntless. I think that's a super easy call right there. And
I think
then
you're right.
one random warrior will also get dauntless. Boom. We got all my carbines for free on my warriors, so that's the other thing to keep in mind. All four of these generic warriors here, they are range 3 as well as my support. So there's no build. This is more of a range threat list, I feel like, than most of the other Mandalorian ones. So that's kind of fun.
Right.
And you can keep that theme if you want to drop that dual armament and put back one of those good range 3 guns and use those 8 points elsewhere. You can totally do that. But yeah,
Yeah.
some examples of some you can build this. You can go kind of crazy. I didn't show it, but another one I built is I have a Children to Watch one with like I think it's 5 initiates with squads, which you need 5 boxes of the warriors to fill that. But like you could do that, and you pad it up with one warrior, one fire support, and then a couple name people in there as well. The only issue with that is you're going to be at I think it's six cores, one support at 7, and then you have Din, armor, and pads, and I'm pretty sure everything is almost naked at that point too to get that out there. But you have
Yeah.
lots of options here. It's super exciting time for Legion. Any other thoughts, Don, on the building? I just wanted to give everyone an example of one.
Yeah, I think they're all fun. It's definitely you got to get a game or two in to really feel how the abilities and the clan abilities work. It's interesting how some of them you feel like you wouldn't use, some of them you do. We played our full game of clan on clan, and you don't get a good feeling out of playing Mandalorians against Mandalorians because all of them are impervious, so nothing with Pierce matters. So that kind of hurts. But I think once you start seeing Mandalorians going against other things, other units, they're going to feel a lot stronger, and those keywords and abilities are really going to come into play really good. Everybody's talking about putting Bo and yeah, what you're building right now, Bo with Clan Ren with the dark
So
saber,
I was
being
going to
able to
say,
give
I didn't show you guys a soup list. So here's a soup list I've
yeah
been working on roughly. I can't remember all the upgrades off the top of my head, but I have it's Bo leading the army with her dark saber. So now everyone else gets her Mandalorians are stronger together keyword. So now everyone else in this army, except for Din so far, everyone else you can give the clan Ren keyword to because you have to have you change your affiliations, right? So we're gonna give them all clan Ren. So now they all have the clan Ren keyword, but they're also gonna get the lovely Mandalorians are stronger together keyword from her dark saber, so you could play
yeah
with that and have a lot of fun. So, like in this list, I brought veterans, for example. I'm going to bring them with their duelist again because I really like that duelist option for them. They're they already have their clan ren now. Their Mandalorians are stronger together. So when they attack, they give someone a dodge. When someone spends a dodge in defense, they get to pass someone. They get to take an aim themselves. When they attack with their aim, they get a dodge from that, and they give someone else a dodge. So it's just this crazy chaining
yeah
between the two
it's
keywords.
insane how good that can be.
So I think you're going to see a lot of Bo in non-Clan Kreese armies because of that. But as I'm building this, as I'm talking, just to give you guys an example of a soup list, if you will, this is one I haven't brought Din in any army yet. So I'm like, well, we got to get Din out there. Din also has he has options for the dark saber. It's not showing because I have it on her, but when she's in this list, you don't give him the dark saber, obviously. And I think it's the only
Yeah.
other time you bring the spear because I don't know why else you'd ever bring this again because his dark saber, like we'll just take hers off for just a second to show you. So his dark saber is 5 points less than the spear. It has more dice and better keywords. So
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the spear's purpose is besides like, well, I'm giving Bo the dark saber, so now Din can't take it. So then at that point, unfortunately, I gotta take the best guy spear because I want his melee to be good because that's where he shines. Right.
Right.
So that's kind of where you're thinking, and of course you want to always. I've never ever personally done Din without his
Jetpack.
yeah, which am I missing? There it is right there. There's his jetpack. And then we're going to throw some lovely micro grenade launchers to save some points there. Now we
Yeah,
have
that
make
micro
it
grenade launcher, even though it taps, it when that one attack you do at range 2 with blast, it can really do some good work for you.
Ursa is really fun at 25 if you don't bring her as a commander because she increases the courage by 1 and they gain defend. So I don't hate her on the Clan and vets. Now one of them is a courage 3, 6 health unit with duelist. That's really good. You still have points to play with there. But because I always say I like to have 10 acts and nothing less than 10 acts in my list for these, I'm going to add a unit of initiates. Oh, I'm 1 point over. Just
Ugh.
1 point. That's unacceptable. We have to find 1 point to shave off somewhere. Um, you know what? We're gonna do the unthinkable for this one. I didn't have Din in mind, but I felt like I should build one with Din. There's the Din one. If we don't use Din, if we take him away because we're saving points, right? And we throw I don't know, anything
I
else
mean, you could
besides
throw
Din.
Ursa in there for 75 points.
You could. I don't know if I need another person. I think I would take another unit of veterans at that point.
Yeah,
And
that's not bad.
I don't even need to add the duels. It could be a naked veteran, it's fine because they're still 4 health and they're only 92 points.
Well, you can still add the duelist, and you're still under 1,000. Oh yeah.
You keep your initiate naked, that's fine. And I think that's a better use of the points if
Hmm.
you can, so you're having less naked things. But yeah, anyways, that's another option you could do. You still have 2 points to play, but this is the soup one, right? So she's giving you all the other keywords. Everyone else is Clan Ren. Really, really synchronizes fun. You can do that with Saxon too. You can put her in a Saxon army, and then they get both. They get to play with those. A lot of cool combos. But yeah, there's some examples of some army building. There's many, many more. These are not the best or meta most armies. These are the ones that
Right.
we think are going to
This is just
stand
what we've
out.
tinkered around with so far.
Yeah, love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Let us know what we said that you agree with, what you said that you didn't agree with, what you think is going to be the best or most used. Do you feel Axe is worth his points at this point? Do you hope his promo card did the already say his promo card is correct and we're behind because this video was
Right.
filmed a few days
We're
before it
we're
launched.
filming this in the past.
So let us know in the comments below. And as always, if you're watching this on YouTube, all of our comments or all of our giveaways for the other Mando videos that dropped this week are also giving away for this. So if you'd like all those cool new promo copies of the Mandalorian cards, make sure to comment. Keyword is Happy Mando release day, man. Just say that and you get bonus entries. Until next time, I thank you so much for watching our channel. I thank you so much for subscribing to our channel. Have a great night.
Bye.